Sup, my friends, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. This is the Taoist Dragon of the Goth Gang, but you can call me Toasty. And welcome to Feather. Now, let's see. Oh, so I can do that. I don't know how to control. There we go. I think I figured it out. Nah, you can't spin around. So, yeah, hold on 1 second. This game is, well, I'm not sure how many of you remember it. I won't blame you if you didn't. But way back when I started my channel, I didn't even have a face cam or anything. I played a game by the same developer called Fruits of a Feather, which was free. And the developers made, I would say, a spiritual successor to that game, and this is it, Feather. So, unlike Fruits of a Feather, where you had a clear goal of what you're trying to do, collect fruits as a bird, this is more of a well, I use this term because it's the term, even though it doesn't really apply because we're flying. It's a walking simulator with birds. So you just kind of do your thing. Like, you can dive into the water now. Sometimes you catch fish. But for the most part, yeah, you're just kind of flying around. But so you notice when I flew through that circle, the music changed. So there's these like alien devices that you fly through and stuff happens. Now there's this music. I don't like this song as much. It's a little too high energy for what I want. I like the more soft things. But yeah, I got this game just completely to kind of go back and revisit my channel. I know it's been a while. Oh, I hit the thing. Good job, me. Oh yeah, you can roll. I forgot you can do that. How do I do... Oh. Well, that's intuitive. No, it actually is intuitive. You just hit F. Now I know how to do everything. But, yeah, I'm just going to fly around for a bit and just reminisce. 'Cause... yeah, Fruits of the Feather. Literally one of the first videos I ever did on the channel. I know a lot of you aren't going to know that, because it was never my biggest video. Oh, that's so cool. I'm in the clouds now. There's one up here. I wonder what this is going to be. I'm not sure how annoying that is to just keep changing the music. I won't try to do that too much, but that's one of the major things you do in this game. Ah! I was hoping to get a fish. Come on. I want a fish. I don't even know, honestly. And you can do this. You can talk. I think there's sort of an online... Well, I know there's sort of an online aspect. I don't know what it does. I think when you tweet, you can hear other players tweet too if they're nearby and tweet. But, oh, what's this? Let's not go too fast or we'll die. I found a little cave. Oh, look at that. I found a cave. Nope. There we go. Oh, I really like this song. And there are fruits in this game, yeah. Didn't mention that. There's no counter for them or anything. It's just kind of, you want to collect them? Sure, go ahead. Collect them. But it's very stylized. I mean, the graphics are better in this than the original. Which I kind of hope, because this one does cost money. It's not a whole lot from what I remember, but... I don't know what I'm doing. just wanted the fruit. Just give me the fruit. But yeah, it's weird. Because I'll be honest with you, this doesn't really like strike nostalgia for me. And I don't think if I played the original Fruits of a Feather, it would really strike nostalgia for me. I'll catch a fish one of these days. You guys just wait. Ah! Oh my god, help! Okay. Oh, is it raining now? It's never rained for me. I love it. Or maybe it's just nighttime. But yeah. I don't know. I guess in some ways I was hoping this was just going to be me reminiscing about the start of my channel. And I mean, it's not that I'm not thinking about the start of my channel. It's just what really is standing out to me and why I brought up that it doesn't feel nostalgic. Just the start of my channel feels forever ago. Lifetimes ago. And it's really crazy how much you can change in just a short amount of time. And especially, I created the channel because I needed a change. I needed to change who I was. And the sad truth is, I haven't completely done the things that I set out in terms of creating this channel, in terms of the changes that I wanted to do. Because I started this because I felt alone. And I wanted to find a community. And sadly, I've just kind of fallen back on that. And that's the thing I miss the most about doing more regular uploads. But not even that, just being more active in communities. And I sort of just fell out of that. Because I wanted to do too much. And I still want to do too much. That's just sort of the issue, is that I want to do everything, and then I end up doing nothing, and it makes me depressed. I mean, I don't know if I should use that term, because depression... I keep flying through the trees, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to find stuff to interact with, but depression, clinical depression, is it's a medical condition. And a lot of people misunderstand it. They think that it's just being sad or whatever. And I don't want to claim that I have depression unless I know I have the actual clinical parts, which would be low serotonin. I want to say serotonin or dopamine. I think it's either or, maybe dopamine. Those are two big neurotransmitters for regulating emotions, as most people know. So clinical depression is when you're low on them, and I think it is dopamine. Dopamine's kind of, in terms of regulating your chemicals, it's also your pleasure response, which is why being depressed isn't being sad, it is literally lacking pleasure. And that's what people don't understand. It's like, just do things you enjoy, and I want to be a different bird. Oh, look at me! I'm like an eagle! Yeah! It's awesome. But depression is literally a lack of joy in your life. And the things that, like, you might enjoy or you might have enjoyed just doesn't bring you joy. And I mean, if you've been depressed long enough, it's not like you even have things that bring you joy. Now, with that said, I'd still say that the best thing to do when you're depressed is make yourself go out and do things to an extent. Just because, for one, just sitting around... It's not going to help. And it's not like necessarily going out will help. Oh, I finally caught a fish. It's awesome. Yeah, it's not like going out and doing things is going to make you feel better. That's not necessarily why you should do it. Whew, teleport. Whoa, I'm in the sky now. Holy crap. Yeah, let's dive through a cloud. I'm sorry. Having a very serious discussion about depression. And I'm like, whoa, but that was just intense. And look at this. Look at this. This is what I love about this game. It's one of the only games that you can just fly. It is literally a flying simulator. Well, I guess that's true. A bird simulator. But it's just, walking simulator, but you're flying. And that's just super nice. It's a pleasant experience all around. That's why I like this game. But just to go back to depression, I would say doing things is better because there's a chance it might help lift your mood just because you can be like, at least I did something. But even without that, you got to do things in life. So, and if you're not going to feel anything regardless of what you're doing, then it is best to at least be doing something than be doing nothing. And I know, I don't want to sound like those people. It's like, oh yeah, just go out there, do things, and you'll feel better. No, I'm not going to claim that it would. If you're actually clinically depressed, I would recommend talking to a doctor and trying to work out a plan. And I'm not going to claim to be an expert. I'm not going to claim that what I'm even saying is going to be what they're going to tell you to do. But it's definitely something that's been on my mind because especially like sometimes when I'm at work and I'm just overwhelmed and my body kind of wants to lock up and do nothing. Instead, I'm like, well, we gotta do stuff because we gotta do stuff. And then that, it doesn't get me out of like a negative headspace. But what it does is it means that I'm being productive. And that at the moment is the best that I can muster. And sometimes like work is really tough on me and it's hard to find that energy that I need, so I just need to remind myself. Is this the same one? Yeah, it looks like it because there's nothing there. Flying around and explore more of those so we can become different birds. But this was sort of the goal of the video, was just to talk about stuff. I'll be honest, I do need to talk about stuff. And just to loop back around, I don't want to diagnose myself with depression. I will say that I have talked to people about it and they said I wasn't. But I also wasn't completely honest with them. But for me, I don't want to say that I'm depressed. I'm not sure if it's from a lack of dopamine. It's just that I'm pretty just burnt out. That's the best way to put it. I don't know. This video is just going to be pretty serious and stuff because sort of what this game lends itself to. I crashed. Flip around. Holy crap. Holy crap. There we go. So, like, oh, am I a crow? I am. That's awesome. I love crows. Yeah. I'll be honest with people. I'm not in the greatest spot in my life right now. Like, I'm working towards being a doctor and things, and I feel like people just look at that and they look at all this hard work and effort that I'm putting in. They're like, yeah, he's turning his life around. This is all good things. It's not. it's not coming from a good space either. Like, I'm putting in a lot more effort because I just feel like a failure personally. I feel like I need to put in that effort, or I'm just not naturally gifted. It's always been my thought. And I do have reasons for that. And I don't want to get too much into it, but I've just had some people in my life tell me, just flat out, that I wasn't good enough. And that just, it stuck with me. And it's not something that just goes away. And it sucks because I can constantly remind myself, and I have to, and I do, that, those feelings aren't true, but in a way, because I believe it, I also make it my reality too, and I see the parts in other people's words where that kind of reaffirms that, but like, I was labeled slow. I have a different way of thinking than most people. Most people's brains go from A to B, and then they kind of stop there, but my mind goes from A to B to C, all the way down to Z, and then back up to A. So when I finally do understand something, it's with a deeper level of understanding than most people, but it also means that it takes me longer. So I'm labeled as slow, and I just constantly have that feeling that I am not as fast or as capable as other people, like as at work. I'm having panic attacks because, like, for instance, if it's taking me a little bit longer in a shift to get my things done, it's always with that belief of, if somebody else was doing my job right now, they wouldn't be struggling as hard. And I know that's not true. And I have seen factually that I am actually pretty capable. I don't even know what bird I am now, but yeah, it's just hard for those feelings to go away. Like, I don't see myself as being capable. That's the best way of putting it. I don't see myself as being able to do stuff. Other people see that in me more. Like, they'll be like, "Yeah, you'd be a totally amazing doctor." I don't feel that way. I am literally working on being a doctor, partially for what I said before. Just work towards something. And I've said before that school was my plan B, but the honest truth is I never really had a plan A. And a part of that is I never gave myself the ability to think of a plan A, because I always thought that whatever I set out to do, I would fail at. And I don't know. That's kind of why I'm playing this game. I need to talk about these things, and I'm not. That's why I started this channel, was to encourage people to be doing this. And I was good for a while, but then I just stopped. And it's really starting to negatively impact me, because not talking about it is what's making it worse. But I'm not fishing for compliments. Look at his eagle. I'm saying this not because I necessarily need input, like, from people. I don't know, this sounds rude. I don't mean it that way. I guess the only reason why I bring that up is I feel bad because I don't feel like it's going to be an easy fix. And I don't want people to try hard for me to, like, talk. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to word this besides try hard. Like, I guess it is a little bit selfish in the terms that I don't want people to care because ultimately I just don't want them to get burnt out themselves or just hurt or frustrated when it just doesn't seem to do anything for me. And it's not that I'm not listening, but a lot of these things I do have to fix myself, and a lot of the advice that is given, while good, it isn't necessarily things that I haven't heard before or haven't told myself. Which isn't to say that if you want to say something, if you have some advice to give me, don't do that. That's a weird way of putting it. What I'm saying is, if you feel like you have something that you want to tell me about this, please do. I'm not trying to stop you. I just feel bad because, as good intentioned as that is, it's not going to fix me. I have to do a lot of work on myself, and the truth is, I haven't been because, like, I just don't think I can do it. Like, somewhere inside me, it's just that voice, I'm just, because I heard it out loud, and at such a young age that I'm not capable. It's been tough. I can't. Well, I don't want to say can't, because when you get into that mindset, then you literally can't. It is hard for me to get out of it. And what frustrates me is that no matter how hard I try, it keeps coming back up. I get that's part of baggage, but it burns me out. Because I get that that's not right, and but by right, I mean I get that's not the truth. Like, I am a pretty capable person, I'm pretty smart and all that good stuff, but it just doesn't stop. And I even feel guilty when people compliment me because it's always like that thought of, I don't know, I'm a disappointment. I'm not ultimately that good. I don't know. I love this game. I love this game because it's just simple and it's just letting me talk about things, and that's what the original one was. I was just talking about the game design. The world was so open and fresh for me. Is that another bird? I think I found another player. Whoa! Yeah, it's like Journey X multiplayer. That's awesome. Oh, that's really cool. So that's what the multiplayer is. I guess I'll wrap this up. I mean, part of why I've been talking for so long is it honestly has been just really good for me to talk it out. And I take back my statement earlier, like, I'm not getting out of this what I wanted to get out of this game. In terms of, like, taking me back to that time, it has. And it's been good. I'm sorry if I have worried you guys with what I've been saying. And honestly, I don't want to make you worry about me. But the truth is, I'm not in a good space. And if that is worrisome, then yeah, I get it. I wish I could just say, hey, no, everything will be fine. But I don't know. I'm just really burnt out, guys. That is the honest truth. But I'll work on it. And I don't know. It probably would be better if I was to talk about these things not to an online platform, but people that are kind of important near or like close to me, but in a way you guys are. Not in a way. You guys definitely are. And honestly, I can't have these conversations with people in my world. It's part of the difficulty. I need something literally like this. I'm talking to a camera. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. No offense to anybody who watches this video. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean. Right now, I'm not physically talking to somebody else, and that is part of the only way that I can do this. And just to go back to what I said about starting this channel to encourage people to talk about things, I saw that as an important thing because it's so hard for me to do it. And I don't mean that in like a hypocritical way. Like if you can't talk to people in your life about stuff, or you have a hard time just being yourself or going out there and doing things, I'm not like saying that's bad or that crap, I literally can't think of the words. I'm also kind of sick. I'm not sure how stuffed up I sound, but I'm not saying like no judgment. There we go. There's no judgment. As much as I am encouraging people to do that, because it's hard for me to do that. The reason why I'm saying to do that is when I have done that, when I do that, life is better for me than when I start to hole up again and not do that. That's sort of the note that we'll end this on. I don't know. I guess I don't want to just do my typical outro for this. But okay, I've rambled on enough. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, I'll catch you all later.